Indeed. A skilly dilly do indeed. Skilly dilly 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 dilly.
So,
Dilly dilly dilly.
so someone told me that I can use
Oh.
Jamaican castor oil to grow my hair. I'm gonna try it, see if it works. You know what I'm saying?
Ah! Sorry.
Let's
Uh,
see if I can make this grow again. Like, you know, the old campaign slogan, make hair grow again.
we're gonna need Bosley for that, bro. Uh, so
I'll call him. Is he open on weekends?
that's all we're gonna do about you. Okay, so turns out you got what you wanted.
I got what I wanted. What you start referring to?
Ben Simmons is back in Philly.
That's not what I wanted. What I wanted was Dave Willard.
Well, that damn show wasn't happening.
Yes, I know. So I don't want to talk about my past pain and trauma. Big trauma over here. Stupid trauma.
Well, I just want to know why.
Why what? Why is he back?
Well, I mean, one could assume multiple things. For one, he nobody wants him.
Well, Doc Rivers does.
I don't think so on that either. Number two, your organization essentially like bashed him.
Did we bash him or did he bash himself?
Now y'all bashing because
Nah.
the bottom line is that he didn't want to be there anymore. Y'all didn't want him anymore. And with that, it caused a backfire because when you're shopping him around, trying to trade him off, people are noticing that. And they're like, why don't you want him? What's going on with that? Or, you know, what's so bad about him? Like, well, we already know. He refuses to shoot. So it's
Refuses
like,
to.
so it's like nobody really wants him. However, it I guess it's a matter of his money being fucked up because here he is back in Philly. So it's like, what now? Like, what do you do after that?
Yep, you go play basketball like you're supposed to. It's your job. I don't want to hear nothing.
Ugh,
That's
you're one
his
of
fault.
those people.
He did it to himself. At this point, I have no sympathy for Ben Simmons. I have none.
Listen,
You want me to not look at you the way I look at you? Go out there and ball like you're supposed to. Live up to your potential. You the one that want to be out here not working on your game, not improving. Then get mad when Philly fans boo you for not showing up in the playoff when we've been waiting on the top for 4 years and you are signed to $170 million. You refuse to move your position for point guard, knowing that we need you to space the floor. And if you all you can do is get to the rim, and that's it. And then when you do get to the rim, you pass up an open shot. I don't want to hear from Ben. And then he ain't do no favors himself. Yeah, they booed him after the game. But if you would have just stayed quiet, worked, came back, and just played, he wouldn't be getting everything he about to get now. Everything that's about to happen to him, he's done that to himself. And I have no sympathy for him. I'm not gonna make no excuses for him. I'm not gonna baby him. I'm not gonna sing him a lullaby. I'm not gonna hold his hand walk across the street. I'm not gonna give him candy for getting the A plus in school. Do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get good grades in school, just like you're supposed to shoot the ball, just like you're supposed to play good basketball. It is in your contract, sir. Now you want to get fined. You get fined $360,000 now. It's like, oh, I need to go back to Philly. You gonna hear every last bit of them boos, sir. And I'm not defending you. You want to defend yourself? Play well. That's it at this point. Because he just said everything else on his own. He done made it perfectly clear that he didn't want to be here. Doc Rivers was confused after game 7 because one of his top 3 players, which is essentially a top 2, because Tobias Harris is not a top 3 anything and nothing. And I don't care nothing about that. He ain't a big nothing. Okay, he ain't a big part. He ain't no part of no big 3. And then you can tell. So essentially, big one, Embiid by himself because you don't want to get better overall. Meanwhile, Giannis is coming down here pulling up spurs. I don't hear it. I don't. You want respect? Go out there and play and get respect from Philadelphia. Especially when they put up with you for 4 years. Of doing the same thing, being inconsistent, not showing up in the playoffs. Come on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a Philly fan. There you have it, guys. A Philly fan. Because listen, I don't want to play for that attitude either. Fuck you.
It's F him for his attitude, feeling entitled like he don't have to do nothing. No. No. We're not gonna swing it on the fans because he want to be lazy, chilling out in the pool at LA every offseason, post them 2 little 3 shooting videos he do every year with his shirt off in a small rec center court, shooting mid threes that probably aren't even college threes.
And he can't do that in Philly, so he want to do it elsewhere. All right.
He can because he shot threes in the preseason. He refuses not to. It's the difference.
No, I mean all that other extracurricular shit. What? Be Ben Simmons and just have
what you think gonna happen in LA? You think he really gonna work in LA, or he just gonna be lazy again? He ain't working in LA.
I don't think that motherfucker 100% cares about winning a championship, for being honest.
That's a problem.
Like, I think he's just a very good role player. You know what I'm saying?
That's a problem. You don't pay role players $170 million.
But that's the thing. It's like it's not a role. It's not a role that he plays. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's a star, but he's not a superstar or an X factor. If I could go by Madden lineage here, so it's like y'all overpaid a star that's going to stay just that, a star. There's no room for factor development here as far as Ben Simmons goes. He's going to be a star for the rest of his career. So it's like he's a very good, not a star player, not a face of the team, but he's a very good person to have on your team in general if you play to his strengths. That I can say. However, you are absolutely correct. This motherfucker hasn't progressed or regressed, but nonetheless haven't progressed since he came out of LSU. And that is a problem.
No, he regressed because he was shooting in college. I don't want to hear it. He done didn't know. You're not making no. You're not making excuses for him. He don't want to put the work in. You don't become a professional anything without putting work in. We just sat here with a whole soliloquy about how we making fun of a culinary arts university. But you know how you become a good school with culinary arts or whatever school or whatever class you take? How do you do that, Carlos?
Expand your horizons?
You work. You work at it. You perfect your craft. You get better. What has Ben Simmons perfected? Getting tans and taking his shirt off, running in the rec center. This man had run and shoot.
Yeah, that's work, man. Just not of the ethic that you want.
Is it work or is it leisure?
Both.
No.
I hear it's hard to get a tan. I don't know. I'm black. I can't call it. But he had run and shoot. That's just working on his craft. But what's working on your craft if you're not improving it? So yeah, I get your point, but I also get both sides of the fence. That's just my way of looking at both sides.
He don't have a side. He lazy.
He's not lazy. He's not lazy. Like I said, if you go on to run and shoot, there's no way that you're lazy.
It ain't the same level of competition. He playing niggas like you and me at run and shoot.
Okay, but he's playing.
No, shut
Is
up.
he not?
Shut up.
Oh no, I'm dead ass. Is he not?
No, because it ain't the same level of work.
It's not the same level of work, but
what's your
bike?
So
He's
you're
really riding a bike.
So if you're trying to get ready for the NBA, you gonna go play a nigga from Gaithersburg to get ready for the NBA?
No, but my point is that it's a microcosm of his work ethic. Like he's working, but he's not working hard enough. You know what I mean? So it's like he's not improving. He's just
at some point doing lazy work is not work at all because you already know you can do it. If you're not improving, it's not work.
I beg to differ because you could also be Jamarcus Russell. See what I mean? So, or you could also be Andrew Bynum. You remember
what?
Bynum, don't you? Was Andrew Bynum working? No, he was not. You didn't see Andrew Bynum at run and shoot. You saw
Andrew Bynum had a bum knee and was stealing money from the Sixers.
Yep. Doing no work whatsoever.
Ben Simmons has a bum nothing and stealing money from the Sixers.
And playing at run and shoot. That's the work that he does.
And scoring 0 points in the playoffs.
1 point.
Sorry, 1 point. From a free throw, which he can't even shoot those.
I'll never forget that shit.
So how you working? You can't even shoot. Never mind.
Oh, that's so much
Just start the show. I'm done already. Start
the show. Oh man, live via satellite. It is Gorilla Gang Podcast. I am your host, Carlos Crawford. It's Sunday. You know what that means? I actually lost one of my hoodies today, and I'm very upset about that. Very upset about that because I only wore it twice since I bought it. And that motherfucker should be in my closet, but it's not. And I'm incensed about it. However, alongside me is my co-host, Kenny Whitaker. Kenny, what's going on with you, man?
Shoot a three-pointer, man. Think of it. Shoot the ball. I don't care if you miss. Just shoot the dang ball. Shoot the dang thing. Missing is part of the game. Just shoot the ball. And Sirianni, run the football.
Ben's going to be missing.
I've had it up to here with Philly sports today.
Ben
here
Simmons,
I say.
Ben Simmons is about to miss 100% of the shots because he ain't going to take them.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Ben knows that very well.
Pin Count brought to you by Cook Up Vibes. My man Daquan the chef. He hooked me up with a chicken Alfredo. That rivals mine, actually. I was crushing that joint like, all right. I think I might gotta step up my culinary game a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I need to get my shit together. Maybe I do need to be like Kenny on pre-show. With that being said, his pop-up is roughly every month. Definitely hit him up because his food goes crazy. Cook Up Vibes. Food for the mood.
Yeah, number one. Food. Specialty of Gorilla Gang University.
The lag is really kicking our ass today.
Yeah, but we still making it work though.
Are we? Let's see. Number 1. All right, there we are. So now AEW wants to declare a war with WWE.
Yeah. We know that. We know that was one from the beginning.
Look, and that's what bothers me about it, because you didn't have to lie to kick it. You
At
simply
all.
did. We knew what the get down was from the get go. WWE need competition. You are taking the essential rejects of the WWE, well, what they consider rejects, and you are creating a whole new promotion that is going to be a step above indie. You're the competition. And that's the way we looked at you from the jump. But you kept maintaining the whole, we're not competing with WWE. Look, we're doing our shows on different days and yada yada yada. No. This is all a strategy if you ask us. So it's like the fact that they're, declaring it on WWE now, or WWE declaring it on AEW, whatever. It's like, yo, you're telling us something we already knew. just go ahead and do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Because what wartime does is you give us better shit. And
Right.
AEW was already on top of this game. So now it's going to cause WWE to step it up, which I watched SmackDown Friday, or a little bit at least.
Mm-hmm.
And that Becky and Sasha, that Becky and Sasha match. Yeah.
But they always good though.
You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, sure. But it was a little bit better than usual when they fight together. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a match that I wasn't passively watching. You know what I'm saying? I was actually like looking more at my phone watching the show than I was playing the game. So it was like I was paying more attention to it. And my thing is that the WWE has a problem with trope finishes.
Correct.
Now, I'm not saying that every finish for every match needs to be unique or anything like that. However, you guys are leaning heavily on roll-up pins, disqualifications and no finishes, so on and so forth. So it's starting to become an issue that fans are pointing out. And when fans are pointing things out, you gotta switch it up on motherfuckers. You got to. Because once fans start pointing it out, that's when it starts to become stale. So you got to switch it up every once in a while, or like make the roll up pin matter to some extent. Like, why are we just doing regular schoolboy pins to immediately put the match away? Why not do something like landslide pin or what's the name of that fucking the Maestro?
Fisherman. I want to see a fisherman suplex pin.
Yeah, like if we are going to do like immediate pin finishes, there is so many moves in a superstar's moveset that you could go home with.
Can we talk about that for a second? How come no one does a fisherman anymore?
That's an excellent question.
Have you seen it? When's the last time you seen like a really well executed fisherman?
AEW a couple of weeks ago. I forgot who did it though. That's a great problem.
A fisherman suplex is one of the things you're like, oh, a fisherman.
Well, I mean, because
when you don't see it as often. I think did Owen do a fisherman?
Well, here's the thing, right? is a perfect finisher. But after Mr. Perfect passed, people started to use it often.
Yeah.
And it just started to water down like the super kick. So when people started, kicking out of the fisherman suplex and, started using it as a regular transitional move, it started to run to the ground. And once it ran to the ground, it got to a point where the next generation of superstars decided against using it, if not, often, rarely, ever. So that period in particular is slowly coming to an end because I'm starting to actually see it again every once in a while on wrestling shows. So, mainstream wrestling shows, because we don't really talk about, the indies. They could be fishermen and get crazy in the indies, but we don't really know because we don't be checking for it for real.
Right.
So, as far as mainstream wrestling goes, that's what it seems like to me. That's what I've noticed. Um, however, so the competition causes WWE to stop passing whatever off as another.
As solid, as good content when it's not.
They're not just going through the motions. Like
Correct.
another trope that they rely heavily on, the whole "I hate you, you hate me. How do we coexist together in a tag match?" Why
I'm
was
so
that
sick
ever?
of that. I'm so sick of that storyline.
Why was I even as a kid, I never understood that trope. Like anytime it's like, The Rock and Stone Cold are going to team up against the Brothers of Destruction, I'm like, why? Maybe that shit is fucking like some weird ass handicap match where it's 2-on-2, but it's a team against two individuals. I'd be into that.
Right.
Because now you got to be an individual and a team. That's very odd science. What's your strategy against that? That's never been done before. What's the psychology on that? That seems like fun. But no, The Rock and Stone Cold are fighting at WrestleMania this Sunday night, or this upcoming Sunday, and you want them to go 2-on-2 with the Brothers of Destruction in a tag team match 3 days before WrestleMania. You assholes. Like, I hated that shit so much. Like it's a lot of things that people now starting to be able to point out because the WWE has been doing it so often, but they've been getting away with it in the past. But now they're like flying too close to the sun with it. It's like AEW, I could sit and watch an AEW show and be like amazed at how different it is. Like I can expect something and completely be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because when for me, it's like when you watch a WWE match, you're so used to you're trained pretty much to watch a WWE match. You know what I'm saying? So like what could possibly happen. So when you see one thing happen, you go, all right, this is about to happen next. And sure the fuck enough, it happens next. You know what I'm saying? With AEW, it's a bit harder to do that because they don't rely so heavily on the wrestling tropes. Do they still do roll-ups and shit? Yeah. But I guess that's just a thing. I don't like it personally. I just personally feel like that not all matches, but again, it shouldn't be relied heavily on a roll-up finish. Give us a pin, a move pin. You know what I'm saying? A pin move.
Right.
But nevertheless,
listen, I want to dive into a little bit, just a tag, just to go back to what you were talking about on the importance of competition. It's like the last time we seen good competition like this, like you said, was that Monday Night War, and like you said, it forced them to be good. I
Yep.
like it, and especially if you heard. Did you see what Roman was saying this week? Talk about how he doesn't think anybody there is good, and how he can make short work of them. To paraphrase, kind of. Actually, you did. You retweeted it.
This motherfucker had to turn heel in order for people to remotely like him. Fuck
He
off.
had it, yeah, and they still don't like him. They boo him because they don't like him.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Honestly, man, personally, it feels like I don't want to say the family itself, but the fact that this motherfucker has been groomed for years to be the face of the company after Cena, it's frustrating. Like, it's frustrating as fuck because it feels like it's gone to his head, and now this motherfucker think he's just absolutely untouchable, and it's like this. he all right in the ring. Like, I'm not going to knock him. Roman Reigns is solid. Like, he's a good wrestler, and he makes his opponents look good. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
wouldn't go that far.
this motherfucking Roman Reigns is not, the perfect all-around talent that everybody think he is. It's like, first of all, this motherfucker still sounds like again, I can't drive this point of what in enough. This motherfucker sounds like a Tyler Perry movie villain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I can't get it out of my head. Anytime I hear this motherfucker cut a promo, it's like, yo, he looked like the motherfucker that was beating the shit out of Kimberly Elise and Why Did I Do Bad or some shit like that. Whatever, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, whatever the fuck one of those movies was.
I get the bed all by myself.
Yeah. He sound like that motherfucker Bobby Lashley looking motherfucker. So I can't get into it off the strength of that alone. You know what I mean? So shit, man. I think that the people that, root for him now created a monster.
And I just want to say, on behalf of Gorilla Gang, I told you so.
Yes, Kenny, you did in fact tell us so. Because there was one point when that heel turn started, I was like, oh, this could actually be good. Nah, I was wrong. Because now it's a matter of nobody can beat this motherfucker. who knows who can possibly be the one motherfucker they push to beat this motherfucker? How long can this motherfucker possibly be Universal Champion? So too many factors play into this, and it's a matter of this motherfucker could possibly be champion forever, and I'm not a fan of that.
I hope he loses at Crown Jewel. I hope you're rooting for Brock.
I guess I have no fucking choice but to root for Brock Lesnar now, don't I? Might have the tables turn. That's crazy too. But
I told you were going to need me in Brock Lesnar one day. Now look, begging.
On Brock, much cooler than the Beast Incarnate. I like
Farmer, you like Farmer Brock better?
Lumberjack Brock.
Plant those crops.
Man bun Brock.
Plant them crops, boy. We need you.
This motherfucker ain't so bad at all. Oh, he was a messy bitch on Friday, boy. They had the whole contract signing bit. This motherfucker just started scribbling on the contract.
Right, pretty much.
Call him an idiot. He was like, you're not smart, are you? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even signed in the right areas. Like, what do you think this is?
No one ever signs the right areas on contract signing.
This motherfucker Brock Lesnar said, I don't have to worry about this, bro. Like,
I read it with Paul Heyman already.
Paul Heyman. This motherfucker Paul Heyman holding the Universal Championship like,
Heyman makes it go. I'm trying to tell you. We all know this.
only dangerously
I can't wait to watch Crown Jewel and Brock win the title, and then Paul Heyman just standing there with the title with Brock like this. I'm like, yes.
You gonna watch Crown Jewel?
I'm only gonna watch that match.
I'm not watching that at all. Fuck that.
I want to see like 12 F5s to Roman Reigns' skull.
Bottom line, they should not be doing pay-per-views out in India.
Correct, but still, they're doing that.
Good. We shouldn't be supporting it.
Listen, show me the F5s.
I mean, yeah. Who doesn't enjoy a good F5?
Thank you. That's all I was trying to tell you for all these years. F5s are awesome.
They are. They are. Number 2. Boy, number 2, Iowa got cooked.
I ain't gonna lie, we get cooked.
Oh boy. By an unranked Purdue.
By Purdue of all teams. I seen that. I was like, Purdue.
Baby, Purdue haven't been good since Drew Brees was there.
I'll tell you who was the most upset about that. Big E.
The Yeet?
Big E.
Big E?
Yeah,
oh, Big E?
Yeah.
Oh, he was there?
You know he went to Iowa. No,
yeah,
but I'm sure he had that stale face because he was just there all week, cheering him up last week. Talking, you know what I'm saying, like they was the best, and then to get beat like that.
They got their doors blown off. 24 to like 9. I said, yeah. Like I once I saw the headline, I was just expecting an upset score, like Purdue came back and won by like 3 points, or like they scored game-winning touchdown. Some college football shit like that. No. These niggas got their shit rocked.
They got destroyed.
Like, god damn. And you know what? I didn't even have the heart to watch the highlights because, brother, it was going to be a sick fest over here. Because, like,
right.
You.
Listen. Purdue. You know what?
Motherfuckers make chicken, nigga. Like, how these motherfuckers with this shit?
Purdue makes chicken. But you know what? It's any given Sunday. I mean, any given Saturday. College football. You never know what can happen.
Yeah. But that's why I love college football. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, anything can happen on any given Saturday. Like, when I say anything, I mean anything you can possibly imagine. It's either been done or it can be done.
Correct.
I think you don't get that on Sundays, often at least.
Yeah, not often.
Like you'll get maybe a game or two where something wild happens every week on in the NFL. But in college football, we talking about maybe 2 or 3 games that time slot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I love about it. Like you give me a Saturday off and like literally nothing to do, like my entire schedule cleared. I'll sit and watch the last 10 minutes of College Game Day, see who Corso picks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching football all day, like
you did yesterday.
Until the evening. Yeah. Well, I was at work yesterday, but literally at noon, I got my phone and hopped on a little app and watched the game while I was driving, or like listen to the game while I was driving.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then I got off just in time for like the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Or got home in time for that. So it's like, and then from that point on, yeah, nothing but football. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I was looking from the car.
Yeah. All right. Man, fuck y'all, man. At any rate,
What?
at any rate, so that being said, Iowa getting knocked out. Cincinnati might be the number one team in the nation soon.
Cincinnati. What a time to be alive.
Nigga, I can't think of any player that came out of Cincinnati. Any. Can you know any basketball players that came out of Cincinnati?
No.
Who the fuck came out of Cincinnati, bro? What is
I have no idea.
This college season is about to get weird. I just know it. We're what? 6-7 weeks in?
Yeah, about.
Yeah. It's about to get weird. And I mean 2007 weird.
Oh. LSU winning?
Like
No, not happening.
a Division II school is going to like blow the doors off of a Power 5 school at some point.
That I would love to see that.
And it was supposed to be the Power 5 schools like warm-up game before a major rivalry game.
I would love to see that.
Oh! We got Florida State in 2 weeks.
So y'all lost.
No. Florida State sucks this year. It's one of those, we suck, but not as much as they do type of years for us.
After what we did, I'd be surprised.
Nah. Because we shot y'all out. Like we were getting our doors blown off the first half, but in the second half, we played like we did. We just fell short because we were getting our shit rocked in the first half a little too hard. You know what I'm saying? So this Florida State team is a team that lost to a 1AA school at the top of the season. We're better than Florida State this year. All right. There's anything you can tell me. That's why I haven't heard shit from Caleb involving Florida State this season, because he knows. So I don't want to hear any of that. We can lose to LSU. You know what I'm saying? We can lose to Alabama. You know what I'm saying? We're losing to teams these motherfuckers can't even beat. And I am fine with that.
I bet you are.
Oh, man. However, let's get down to business on thing, Kenny. Number 3. Jon Gruden.
Face palm.
Okay. So, if you have been under a rock in the last week or so, Jon Gruden essentially caught a stray in this whole investigation of the Washingtonians. And the investigation for the Washingtonians is on the topic of a toxic workplace environment.
Mm-hmm.
Put a pin on that. 2011, we had an NFL lockout, if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
In which there was a, if I'm not mistaken, a collective bargaining, I believe, was the reason for the lawsuit. But nonetheless, there was a lawsuit in which the main plaintiffs, because it was between the NFL and the Players Association, main plaintiffs were one, Thomas Brady, one, Peyton Manning, and one, Drew Brees. Put a pin on that. Now, there was a Wall Street Journal article on this toxic workplace environment issue or investigation or whatever, right? And what the Journal revealed that they had discovered or uncovered some emails that Jon Gruden was sending the vice president of the Washington organization at the time, Bruce Allen. And the email, the what entailed in the emails were a lot of racist remarks, a lot of homophobic slurring.
Right.
As Adam Schefter put it, and we'll get to him in a moment.
What did Adam Schefter do? Good Lord. Okay.
Adam Schefter caught it straight too.
Leave Adam alone.
Oh yeah, Bruce Allen may be the benefactor of bringing a lot of motherfuckers down. So it seems that's what it's looking like for me.
Uh-oh.
All right. Now, Gruden, as Schefter put it, cleared the entire board of offense for minority. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
He just, yeah. So
I feel like, well, go ahead.
now he made some remarks about DeMaurice Smith, who is I believe the head executive of the NFL Players Association, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is his title. DeMaurice Smith was a former U.S. Attorney General.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Keep that in mind for a moment when I tell you that Jon Gruden is a Dayton University graduate. All right. So the audacity that Jon Gruden had to, with his work email, call DeMaurice Smith such a thing, and that he had Michelin tire lips. Now, the menstrual insults, those are he dug deep for those. Like you can't tell me, oh, he does have a racist bone in his body. He dug that fucking deep for it. You know what I'm saying? I like to start there. Because that's probably the only joke we're gonna get off on this one. Like there is no fucking way. So now what throws me off is the fact that the motherfucker said that he was so upset about the lockout. And what world does making you so upset about the lockout prompts you to make racist statements?
You gotta look at black folks, and now you gotta deal with them.
Like this, and this isn't even me being on my high horse, because even if I am mad at somebody and I just start going in on them, I'm not going in on their race. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
going with probably how ugly they look, or like
Or how they dress,
exactly,
high water pants,
how they walk or something like that. You know what I'm
really
saying?
tight shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know, something you can actually, make fun of,
Fun
and
of.
still be looked at as a terrible
He said
person.
something about DeMaurice Smith's lips, right? He
Yeah,
said he got like Michelin tire lips, which if he wasn't trying to be racist, would have been funny because DeMaurice Smith does have big lips, but we all knew what he was implying.
exactly. So to say all that, you know what I'm saying? That's a bit excessive, no? So my problem is that white people never, flat out say that they support bigotry. Like they just sympathize with the bigotry and blame the victim, because you hear this and you get the crowd coming out like, oh, it was 10 years ago, he was immature back then. Like, bro, he was 48 when he did this shit. Like at what age do you fully mature? at that point. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
At that point, you're stuck in your ways most part. And what made it
Especially,
even worse was players coming out saying that he's been doing that for years. We're talking about Keyshawn Johnson. He played for Gruden in what, 2002, 2003?
yeah, yeah. Keyshawn laid it out flat. It's like, yo, he been like this for years. I just never saw it. He was like, but I saw right through it. He was like, because like he just came off as selfish. Bottom line, even during the Super Bowl celebration, which I went back and looked at it, it's like, all right, he might have embellished this one, but you look at a Super Bowl celebration, and Gruden, takes the trophy from the owner of the team, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like, the motherfucking commentator or the announcer of the champions, they coerced them into taking it. So it's like, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, the point is being, sent across. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it it's like to say that Gruden didn't deserve to get fired. It just says that like you don't mind bigotry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and you just don't mind it. Like, it, it's like at what exactly has to be beyond a reasonable doubt considered racist to you? You know what I'm saying? Like outside of KKK clothes, what do you consider racist? And I feel like that's a question that actually do need to be asked these days, because it's like
Yeah.
these people out here, they're just giving people that do shit like this excuses upon excuses on it. And yo, we're not making any progress giving these enabling their behavior. We're just not. So it's like anytime some shit like this happens, people ask questions to enable such behavior. For the situation is questions regarding emails and privacy, right?
Right.
Like if you're not saying the things that he said in them emails, you wouldn't be worried about that. Now, would you? I wouldn't be.
No, not at all.
Like my emails are clean as fuck. Like I don't say, you know, mean spirited shit like that in my emails. I rarely
Right.
even use my email. So like hey, you
Right.
would be honest with my email person. So I guess I'm just a bad example here. But but
My emails would be boring.
but the point is like none of the rest of us are racist or phobic in our email content. So it's like, or even in our group chat threads, shit like that. You know,
Right.
like that's just not how people get down. And if that's how you get down, you're probably one of those people asking those questions. You know,
Yeah. I mean,
but
this is my thing on the whole Gruden thing. None of this surprises me. Like
no,
racism and misogyny and saying discriminatory practices are deep rooted in the NFL. Look what happened with Kaepernick.
yep.
He still can't find a job. So it's like
You
I
know,
think I think I think what really
you know,
hmm?
before you continue, you know, what's a slap in the face about that? The fact that we're talking about a good 12 to 14 NFL teams right now without a good quarterback, first and foremost. And the fact that you can sign Colin Kaepernick in franchise mode on Madden.
Correct. I'm watching Dave Mills in Houston right now.
You know
Who
what I'm
is
saying?
that?
Exactly. Houston could definitely use somebody like Colin Kaepernick right now.
Isn't Geno Smith starting today somewhere?
Quarterback.
Isn't Geno Smith starting today somewhere?
Geno Smith is starting for the Seahawks because Russie Wilson is out with a dislocated finger that needs surgery, I think.
Yeah.
So he's going to be out probably the next 6 weeks.
You
So
can't tell me Colin Kaepernick ain't better than Kirk Cousins.
Seattle got to depend on Geno Smith, who was the center of jokes for interceptions. How everybody can pick Geno Smith off, around the same time Colin Kaepernick was taking the Niners to the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Life is a cruel mistress.
Yeah, and it's just rooted in the NFL. Like it just is what it is, bro. Like in order to change, you gotta break the system down. So I think it just shocked them because Gruden is like that face, was like that white face for the NFL for a long time with that Gruden's QB camp
Yep.
stuff and Gruden grinder stuff. But when you
That's
look
what
at him,
got
it's
him the
like
job back in the
when you look at
NFL.
him like he's only won one ring, and that's because that defense in Tampa was spectacular.
And that wasn't even his defense. It was Dungy's.
He's a poor man's Brian Billick.
Bingo. There it is.
Because at least Brian Billick knows how to coach. And Brian Billick say, yeah, I'm done.
Brian Billick knew when to say when. That's
Correct.
why I always fuck with Brian Billick as a coach.
Yeah.
It was like it's but the get back on tangent. If it's hard for you not to use words that Gruden used in his emails, like you have a Trump-like vocabulary.
Yeah. And
Like
that's not a good thing whatsoever.
in layman's terms, you're an idiot. Like that's the simplest way I can put it.
That's the way you can put it.
So maybe read a dictionary or something. Learn some more. Learn
something new.
Who knows? But
yeah,
moving right along.
A lot of things that have already been said about this topic have been said over and over again. At this point, you're just choosing not to listen. So
yeah, well, it's a like they act real reasonable doubtish. Like, how exactly does one disprove someone doesn't have a racist bone in their body? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because there hasn't been a necessarily set criteria for that.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like they utilize that to their advantage. So they like play innocent, like, oh, he couldn't possibly, but
he could possibly because he did it.
Come on, man.
He could possibly because he did it. It happened. But we will get jokes off about this dude because not only did he resign as coach, Tampa took him out the Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah. Oh, it all falls out for Jon Gruden. I mean, but for real, there should be a set criteria for it because, like, you're just pretty much trying to pull a fast one on everyone, downplaying actual evidence because it's like 10 years ago, or it's a part of the culture. Which another problem in which DeMaurice Smith was talking about on the right side of Bomani Jones. Yeah, this motherfucker brought in DeMaurice Smith. I said, Bomani Jones, wow, boy.
Yeah, he is.
He brought the subject of the emails in. I said, woo. I was like, but he did it for, additional reason other than that. Like, that just so happened to be like the main, not the main, but the big topic to talk about. But they also did talk about, in general, the culture of the NFL and how and why, essentially, if not people of color, Black people can't progress into the roles of these other white men in power, and how come these white men in power don't see these Black men as their equals, even when they are. Because again, head executive of the Players Association, he's equal to these owners and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
he represents player rights.
That was a very good episode, but like it discredits him from being what you see in him, and it's like you see Jon Gruden and you see like either yourself if you're of that age, you see your dad, you see your uncle, you see one of your high school football coaches that you look up to, so on and so forth. Like these are the people you find comfortable that you see in Jon Gruden. So it's like he couldn't possibly, right? Wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's time we start measuring. Ah, shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's time we start measuring the society on how intolerant we are of bigotry, as opposed to how it's time we start measuring the society on how intolerant we are of bigotry, as opposed to how tolerant we are of it. I actually got that from Dragonfly Jones on Jenkins and Jones. Like he said that I damn near caught the goddamn Holy Ghost. Like, cause he was right on the fucking money with that, bro. Like, yo, that's the issue with this country. We try too hard to accept flaws. And it's like there are certain flaws you can accept to a certain extent, but then there are flaws that are detrimental to the rest of the inhabitants of this country. Bottom line. And that's the problem. You can't discern the two. So the thing is that you take somebody that is a racist, right? That just downright doesn't hate black people or what have you.
Right.
There isn't anything we should be accepting from these people, if you ask me personally. Then again, it may be a bias because, again, I'm a black man. But I don't think there's anything that we should be accepting. If we are looking to, and I use the quote fingers, end racism, we shouldn't be accepting of racism. And it's a social, it's a construct to racism because it's a systematic construct of racism because you can't be black and be a racist because this system wasn't made by us, B wasn't made for us, and C, we were slaves when the most of these systems were made. So how can we possibly compound our hatred for a certain race with setting up systems to detriment the race? We can't.
Well, we can't, but we can still hate the other race, which is what racism is.
Well, it just stops at bigotry at that point.
Well, I mean, either way, it's still bad. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, yeah.
That's the way the problem is because each side can view each other that way. But even still, I don't think we should. Whenever it comes up, we will discuss it. But people like Jon Gruden, we shouldn't waste energy.
However, pull out that pen on Drew Brees because that's the point I'm gonna get to next. I was listening to the right time, and Bomani actually pointed out that it was they did the whole they were talking about Gruden or whatever during pregame of the Sunday Night Football game.
Yeah.
And they had Mike Tirico and Tony Dungy discuss. Was the fact that they made it a two-man crew for Tirico and Dungy and just left Breeze out of it all. However, they went into a rain delay midway through that game and they went back to the Gruden situation and they just tight cammed Dungy and Tirico and left Drew Brees out of it. And I found that very interesting because, again, Drew Brees was an instrumental part of this 2011 lockout.
Yeah.
And so I found it very interesting that they don't let Drew Brees drop a bar or two, because in between the lockout and that moment, Drew Brees has been on a bit of like a learning experience, because he got clowned off of Twitter for what he did.
Right.
And like I respect the flag. You should stand when you stand for the anthem, all that. And he got clowned off of Twitter. So this could have been Drew Brees' shining moment. That's been a little bit of what he learned over the last year or so.
Yeah, maybe he felt like it's still too fresh to comment. Who knows?
It kind of isn't, because again, did he get clowned out the water? Yes. But he also said that he realized he was wrong. He's going to take the time to learn. And that moment right there would have been the perfect time for Drew Brees to hop on that high horse and drop what he learned. And pretty much, make Gruden look even worse for the most part. But, just take it for what you guys take it for what it is as thought. It would be how he presented. And then on top of that, again, an instrumental part of the lockout. That could have also been discussed. So it would have been many avenues you could have gone with Drew Brees, but they dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, well, live and learn. Let's do better.
However, if you think that Jon Gruden is a lone suspect of questionable shit said in emails in general, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And an investigation on a toxic workplace environment as an organization for a team Gruden never even coached. That just sounds very beyond a reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? To remotely think that. Look, the jig is up. The celebrate change bullshit is just that. All right, because we're at a point now where it's like it's been a week, and the only thing that the NFL has done towards this issue is, well, Vegas fired Jon Gruden. He's also no longer in Madden 22. All right, cool. That's the reactive route. But what's the proactive route? What are we doing proactively?
Right. Hold on a second. Pause it real quick.
What are we doing to prevent this from happening in the workplace ever again? Like nobody has an answer without hurting the purists, as I call them, feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the culture to them. And it's like, bro, like that needs to change, because that's just not how we getting down anymore. Stop that shit. It's wrong. Okay?
Like you say, we're not going back to the Andy Griffin show and be with the Beaver. We're not going back. Them days are over.
Right. So that needs to stop immediately. You know? So and on top of that, y'all know who's doing shit like this, because y'all want them.
Right.
Expose them.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Like, y'all know who's doing the shit, but want to get, black analysts and correspondents to weigh in on the shit, which I think is like a slap in the face. It's like, yo, you know what's wrong. Y'all don't need a black person to tell you how or why it's wrong.
Right.
Do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, it's not that hard, man. You put me in that position. The entire league's under investigation now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm doing an investigation on the Washington organization and just the Washington organization, and I happen to get emails from a coach that, first of all, wasn't even a coach at the time. He was an analyst himself. And second of all, has never coached the Washington football team. And the closest ties that he has to that Washington football team is his younger brother, who wasn't even coach at the time. And that's where that's where the ends cut off. That's where the loose ends cut off. If you can get found out, if Jon Gruden can get found out during an investigation for Washington, if Adam Schefter can get caught slipping on, sending an email to Bruce Allen about an article and asking him if the editing is correct and to his liking. You know what I'm saying? That's how Adam Schefter got caught slipping. Which I also found ironic because he put out a tweet a little earlier, chilling with the DC or retiring number 21 with the DC fam. I said, that don't help your case either, Shefty. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're still my guy, but doesn't help the case. I mean, if you Teflon, you Teflon, bro. I don't care personally, as long as you keep giving me that sweet insider reporting. You know what I'm saying? Right. you do no, well, I can't say you can do no wrong because you can't. That's not where I draw the line personally. But yeah, if them two with little no ties to that Washington organization get caught slipping during an investigation on Washington's toxic workplace environment, oh buddy, you put me in Goodell's position and I see that, everyone's under investigation. Everybody. Because if Gruden is just one, it could be anybody, any and everybody in the front office. And on top of that, it could be any and everybody on ESPN.
Yeah.
If you want to take it a step further, but we keeping it in the NFL bubble. Like, I'd start demanding everyone's, emails, all that. Like anything, any type of stuff that we need to look at, we gonna look at that shit, and we gonna make sure that y'all walking right. Because if y'all ain't walking right and y'all just wolves in sheep's clothing, y'all got to go. And that's how we going, celebrate change.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just going to keep happening. We're going to be like, even now with Gruden, don't be surprised if we start seeing more and more names come out. So because again, on one team, but they managed to get shit on somebody that wasn't even a part of the team. Two people, as a matter of fact, that wasn't even a part of that organization or a part of the league for that matter. For real. So it's like, somebody and anybody can get in any type of trouble. It could be an owner, it could be a manager, it can be a coach. Hell, we've figured out that it could be an analyst. So it's time that if you really want to lean in on this, on the whole ending racism and celebrating change and all the little monikers you guys are putting up as propaganda in NFL games on the field and on helmets and shit like that, be about it. Seeing as how you have blackballed Colin Kaepernick and, if I'm not mistaken, Eric Reed as well. I don't think he has a job anymore. It's time y'all start showing your apologies instead of saying sorry. Because at this point, sorry ain't going to do it. Like, sorry ain't going to, absolutely, actually promote change. Because you can say sorry and not mean that shit.
At this point, we've been saying the same thing over and over again. We're not saying the same thing again.
No.
For real. Like, it's for real. It's annoying. We've been saying the same thing to y'all. Like, if y'all not listening, y'all not listening. That's up to y'all. Y'all gotta make that choice to actually listen. You know what I'm saying? Not you. Come out in general, people.
And yeah, like it's time you start leaning in on it. It's time you start showing your apologies. Bringing Jay-Z in as a consultant for Super Bowl half times is not it's not it. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's cool and all, but I don't 100% trust that either for reasons. Nope. So, like, you really want to lean in on this shit. You really want to show that you're sorry. This is what you do. You crack down on the entire league and make sure that everybody is, clean. Like, there's nobody out here that's really homophobic. There's nobody out here that's really racist. That's, coaching these guys or training these guys, even. Mm-hmm. Because you have scandals like that in college football, and the NCAA immediately cleans up on that shit. NCAA don't fuck around, especially after the whole NIL that they just took. Oh, trust you me, they're gonna be strict on other shit now. Maybe the NFL should do it as well. Food for thought. However, that was a pin count. Before we put it away, Kenny, I want to talk about The Rock's feature in that new Tech Nine song. I don't even know the name of the song, if we're being honest. I just know The Rock's featured in that song. And I listened to that song and I was like, oof. You need to get back in the studio with Wyclef, Rocky.
You talk about The Rock's verses making my hair already.
The Rock and Wyclef go together like Currency and Harry Fraud and shit.
He sounded like he was trying to rap one of his promos.
Yeah, nah, it sounded like he was
waking up early in the morning, clanging and banging, hanging and slanging, doing the thinging. If you smell.
He even pulled a Joel Santana rhyme scheme. I said, hey, wait a minute. So what's going on here? I wrote this for you.
So he just sounded like he was just trying to rap a promo.
Yeah, he really tried to he tried to cut a promo on rhythm. That's what just happened.
Looking at jabronis. The Rock says I'm a bitch at jabronis.
I was like, God damn, Rock. I wrote a hot verse for your ass back in like 2003 to your Hollywood entrance music. But no, you want to do. You see the video?
No, I don't want to see
it. Bro, rap heads are terrifying as fuck on a 275-pound muscle man.
Man.
That shit is terrifying as shit.
Whatever. Your boss trash. Your boss trash.
Looking like the Rock and shit, like made me nervous.
Your boss trash. You boss trash. I don't care who you are. Trash.
Look, man. I wasn't expecting the Rock to give me a hot 16. I wasn't. Would it have made my head explode? Yes, but I wasn't expecting the Rock to give me a hot ass 16. You know what I'm saying? But I was expecting the Rock to give me something dope. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't expecting the Rock to rap at all. So here we go.
I expected the Rock to rap, but I didn't expect the Rock to rap like that. You remember It Doesn't Matter?
Yeah, but he's talking through that. He's not rapping.
Yeah, that's fair. That's also a fair point. God damn, maybe that is how he raps. God damn.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, we need to we gotta get the Rock in the studio. It's the delivery. It's the delivery for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the delivery is just like it sounds like he's cutting a promo. You know what I'm saying? We Rocky, you gotta relax a little bit when you spit these bars. But then I thought about it. This is a Tech 9 song, so it's relatively fitting.
Trash. Oh, you know
what I'm saying? Tech 9 be doing that go hard shit, that workout training music. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
the Rock ain't that.
This made sense, but it doesn't make any sense.
Trash. That's all I got to say. And that's all I got to say about that.
And that's all I got to say about that. Oh, I can't wait to get the AKs now. But but it like I said, you get the Rock to relax a little bit. You know, you work on his delivery. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can cut a promo in rhythm, just not that promo. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give him a smart ass promo.
Rock needs slow beats and a 1-2 rhyme scheme. 1-2 1-2 1-2 1-2 1-2 1-2.
I just want the Rock to cut a rhyming promo to like a fucking Alchemist beat. Like
if you really want to be a rapper, rap the Billy Gunn promo.
Honestly, that promo should be sampled in a song somewhere.
My name's Billy. 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 No.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. No. You just let that bitch play through at the end of the song. You know what I'm saying? Like that Dom Kennedy joke, We Ball. He just let the Ric Flair promo run through. That's how you run that shit through, dog. You talk your shit in the song, and then you just let the Rock talk his shit in that promo at the end.
Oh, dear God.
That's heat right there.
Oh, dear God. See, my name is Billy, and I just won King of the Ring. But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck. As tears ran down your cheek, electricity ran through your body, and piss ran down your leg.
You're gonna run this whole promo, aren't you?
No, I just like that part.
I think if I didn't say anything further, I think you would have. I think if I let you, you would have. I really do.
You must go find the man.
Because I realized something about you. You have this thing where you let the timing run on the joke. You'll let the joke run. Oh, if that shit can run, you'll let that bitch run. Oh boy, you'll let that bitch marathon that shit. Oh, your jokes turn to goddamn Nipsey Hussle. Oh yeah, that's right. You would have got to the Bob, but my name is. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you would have got to that part eventually because you were getting.
Oh dear God! But when it happens, isn't it hilarious? Yes.
Up to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those. And then eventually it's like, all right, let's move on.
Yeah, when it's a joke about you.
I mean, in general.
Nah, my jokes are always funny, no matter how long I say them.
Yeah, I give you small excerpts. Like
Jabroni.
I leave my long windedness to my rants and stories. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, however, people's bars need some work.
The People's Bars needs to see the people's champ of the rap community. That's right. The Rock needs to go into the studio with Paul Wall.
No, he gonna come out with a grill. Dear God, no.
Yes, sir. Let's go. The People's Grill. Yeah.
And with that, The Rock just became even more richer than he already is.
I y'all the mean diamond encrusted y'all, and it says in like canary Rocky across the teeth. God damn, that shit goes crazy.
What it's gonna be a diamond encrusted Brahma bull in that job.
Like when he smiles, when the teeth are together, it makes him probable.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be at the Black Adam premiere, like.
Mischievous and deceitful.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one right there. He gonna trade in that big ass motherfucking that Ford F-150 he got, or the goddamn 350. You know that big ass truck he got.
Yes.
He gonna trade that bitch in for an 84 Caddy, dog.
All right, you know what?
Yeah, Dayton rims and all. That's right.
Yeah, I think it's time to end the show. So with that being said,
the Rock big ass swing in the drive.
My name is Kenneth Whitaker, aka Hendrik Solo, the original owner of the Millennial Falcon. I'm not going to let Los continue with his joke because I'm flying my Millennial Falcon ship.
So The Rock.
Yes, man.
25.
AKA the last Black Jedi. Do or do not, there is no try. Like you try me, I'm gonna make sure Los doesn't make another joke about the Rock's career.
Too late. The Rock and the deuce in the quarter. That got me geeking right now. The Rock is just in Ludacris's accurate legend.
You know what? AKA Mr. Ghost League Vodka. Hey, Greg, why don't you go fish pass again? It's like 8 years ago, asshole. People don't forget. AKA the very sexual, the very tight.
Very tight, yes.
Austin Powers, Faja.
Wait, is Faja?
That is Faja.
Oh, doctor.
Hey, Dr. Evil, can I paint his Yoo-Hoo gods? Kind of my thing. How about no, you creepy Dutch bastard? AKA, not to me, I'm a savage. Yeah. See, the one thing you gotta remember, June, is just because The Rock is famous doesn't mean she has a grill yet. But the Nacho Man needs a grill because the Nacho Man always has to shine on his soul because the whole likes to always think that they can come back in the Nacho Man's night. I can't let a thought in the Nacho Man's night because I am the ultimate Nacho King. And every nacho that is made has come to me because I like a lot of cheese, man. You know what? The salsa. What kind of salsa do you like, man? Do you like salsa at all?
I do. I absolutely do.
Well, guess what? You're not getting on the nacho man salsa, but what you will get is an elbow drop off the top. Oh, yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Nacho Man.
Why are you eating my nachos? Yeah.
Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where the fuck we at? All right, there we go. Hey, where's the sound?
Here.
All right, cool. Oof.
Stop it. Whatever you're doing, stop it right now. Jesus Christ.
Michael 5,000 watts on the ones and twos and shit. You're mixing it up. The Rock just get these bars on.
Now who's running a Joker to the ground?
It's me. It's your boy. Oh, God. Bring it all home. My name is Carlos Crawford, a.k.a. kicking Kenny's fucking head off at the top of the match to let John Cena know it's every man for themselves. It's Chin Music Charlie.
Why I gotta get kicked? Whatever, just keep going. Rock bottom. Body. You like grill so much, huh? Look at DeAndre Hopkins, dog.
AKA old Stone Cold. I'm a little pissed off.
What?
I take that back. I'm really pissed off.
What?
Last night, I had Chris Jericho.
What?
Right where I wanted him.
What?
I told the world.
What?
I was going to put his sorry ass.
What?
Right here.
What?
Drop him.
What?
Wham!
What?
Stone Cold Stunner.
What?
1, 2, 3.
What?
Stone Cold.
What?
Stone Cold.
What?
That's me.
What?
Should be undisputed champion.
What?
Stupid ass NWO.
What?
Meddling in my business.
What?
I'm going nowhere.
What?
Until they come out here.
What?
So I can whip all their little asses.
What?
And that's all I got to say about that.
That's hilarious.
AKA Snack Miller. This is our year. Let's get fucked up and get the fuck up out of here. I kicked it with the aliens in different stratosphere. They looking down like we come in peace. Me too.
That's hilarious.
Faces is available on iTunes remastered.
Yeah.
That's why I had to do that. God damn, I just realized I'm knocked out of YouTube. Well.
Those drifting on a memory.
Oh, well. I don't even know what song I got that from. There's a lot of songs that do that well. AKA now at the mound, John Smokes. Smokes is on a tear here. 8 straight strikeouts and 2 abnormally large blunts to start the divisional series.
Wow. A lot of smoke going out. Ready for fire.
Absolutely. AKA the idiom savant. I'm saying no. Can you buy what I'm selling?
No, because I don't want a grill from the Rock.
Whack. Well, that was the idiom. AKA Haystack West. Okay, so we did some reconnaissance. Now, it's all of 11 of them. All of it's a pot-smoking bounty hunter from a family that hates wasting bullets. His lawman brothers, famous outlaw mother, wartime hero father, 3 of his best friends, and a bloodthirsty former gang member that may be sweet on him. Wait, what? I think we'll be fine. However, you want to go about this. We can fight them honest, or we can pick them off one by one. I'll leave the call to the man in charge of this town. Wait, who's it? All right, me. And I'm the idiot. And ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 159. Yes, 159.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because I remember what episode it is until we get to this part.
And that's when it matters most.
I can't stick the landing. I'm not ready for the bright lights.
Anyway, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and watch the product.
What's a fucking product? What's your fucking problem?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Right. I know it's better when we're in person.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this Wi-Fi still sucks. So it's
Well, yeah, but
you know what I need to do? I need to get the router moved up here. That way
yes.
I'm do it. That way I got a stronger connection. I think that's what the situation is. That's what the issue is.
Yeah, and get you a really long LAN cable.
I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah. Nonetheless, we're off this.
We out.